Hello everybody. I thought I'd make kind of a different video today. I've got my dad's vintage 28mm Pentax lens, and I've been shooting pictures with it for the last few weeks. I bought an adapter for it. It's off now, but it's not the sharpest lens in the world, but it's cool. It's got a good vintage look to it, and it's sharp enough to where it works, you know. But there's a little smudge in it, so I took the old little flashlight here, shined up through it. I know you can't see it on the video, but it looks like there might be a little bit of fungus in there. I mean, this thing's over 40 years old. I mean, it's got a lot of dust in it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this baby apart, get all the elements out of it, and clean everything up and put it back together, put the adapter back on it. It should be just like brand new. This thing's in good shape except for a little bit of dust. You can see actually quite a bit of dust in it. I mean, you can't really see it unless you shine a light in it, but I mean, it's 40 years old, come on now. But there is a smudge in it. It's driving me nuts because I'm noticing it in most of my pictures, and I either got to clean it or I'm going to throw it in a box somewhere and forget about it. So I want to use this. It's a 28mm. I love the focal range. I want to use it, so I'm going to tear it apart. And oh gosh, it's not going to be easy. I can't believe I just got that off just with my bare hands. I figured it'd take a little lens wrench, like a piece of rubber foam or something, to grab a hold of it. That's the end element focal holder retaining ring, I reckon. It's got the... Anyways, here's what the lens looks like. I'm going to tear this baby all apart. I can't believe I got the end off. It shouldn't be too hard to get apart, but I'm going to move this camera, get a nice spot here because I got to take the back bayonet mount off it. I don't want to lose the screws, so I'm going to clear all this off, and I'll move the camera and point it down and let you see what this thing looks like apart. Alright, I got my little setup here, and we're going to get this little wrench on here. It's actually right at the right size. What are the odds of that? And oh my gosh, it wasn't even tight. What are the odds of that? Oh, it's tight. And this is the whole front element system, I think. Oh yeah, there we go. It's got a little grease on it. And let me look down in here. Actually, it's about friggin' spotless. Unreal. This thing's like brand new. It's just dirty on the... I gotta get that element off of this piece here and separate them so I can clean the inside, because that's where it looks like it's at. There's a little bit on the outside, but I think it's mostly on the back element. Yep. This, I can see the smudge good now. It's on the back element. I think this is sealed. Wow. Yep, this is the model lens that's sealed. But I should be able to get the back element out. Yep. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get the back element out, clean this up the best I can, because what I'm seeing in the photos is on the back side. Yeah, that thing's dirty as can be. This one don't look. This one's kind of dirty. I'm seeing a lot of dirt on the end of the flashlight lens too. But that should be good. I'll take that back element out. I might not have to take the bayonet off it. If I can get that piece off, the whole thing will come out. That's what I'm gonna do. Alright, I had to change the end out of my spanning wrench and use the points to get this thing in here, because the back side takes the points, not the flat tip. This thing's probably tight as can be. There we go. Here she comes. That's cool. I ain't gotta take the back side off it. Okay, now and that, no rust whatsoever. I guess it didn't have a lot of moisture in it. Probably ain't fungus in it. It's probably just a big chunk of dust or something. But these are two separate pieces of glass. There's the inside of the lens, if you can see that. That's the aperture blades there. That's the aperture blades. Everything's working good, so what I'll do is I'll go get my... I guess I'll have to take this apart. Actually, that looks like it. Okay, I'll go ahead and take everything apart and get it back together, and I'm gonna clean everything real good with hydrogen peroxide and some rubbing alcohol and some lens cleaner, and try to get it back together without touching anything. And we'll go from there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's the back element. I got the back part off, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, 2 pieces of glass. I got them set. I gotta be careful, because if I don't put them back together the same way I took them apart, this lens ain't gonna work. But I'm gonna go ahead and clean these, clean the front glass and everything, blow this thing out real good. I mean, there's dust and chunks laying on this napkin here, so there is dirt in it, but I do not see any fungus, which is a nice, good sign. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean all this stuff up, get it all nice and clean, get my little rubber gloves on, put all this stuff back together, and I'll have a brand new lens, brand new 28mm Pentax lens. That's really over 40 years old. There, I got the back element back in it. I hope I put it back in there right. I kind of slipped and dropped one of the little bitty lenses, and I can't remember which way it went back in. I'll have to take it back apart and flip it if I got it in there wrong. But now I'm going to go ahead and clean the front element, the couple pieces of glass on that, and get that together and put it on the camera and see if I got that back piece put on there right. Alrighty then, got her all back together. I mean, even the video's kind of dark, but the lens even looks cleaner in the video. Then I can look through it in the light. And it's definitely much cleaner. My gosh, it looks brand new. Well, I'm going to go throw it on the camera and see if I got that back element in backwards or the right way. Alright, I got her down on the 80D with the adapter. In the moment of truth, let's see if this baby's got focus. See if I put that element in right. Oh yeah, it's focusing. Okay, let's do this. Get this on F8. Put the flash on. Get her up to about shutter speed set at 80. I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of me filming myself. Get her nice and focused. Looks good. Try this Mountain Dew can here. Oh my gosh, it's so nice live view works with this. This lens is frickin' spotless. I'll pop these on the computer and show you. These are crystal clear. Alright, here's the two pictures I just took. Let's take a look at this one. And let's see how sharp this baby is. This is the camera I do all my videos with. Canon Rebel T6i. It looks like, heck, that lens looks pretty dusty too. But it looks sharp. I mean, not bad for a... Yeah, that's pretty... Not bad for a 40-year-old cheap little 28mm lens. That's pretty darn sharp. I can read everything. Read the mic. AV output. Read all the letters there nice and clear. Texture of the camera looks all in focus. See dust particles all over it. Yep. Pretty nice looking picture. For a cheap little lens, you can get that. I think I looked that lens up. And in like 1975, you could buy this lens for like $4, brand new. And this one looks pretty sharp. Oh yeah. Look how sharp that is. Nice and clean. And that smudge was like right here. It's gone now. See the can even sweating. For a cheap little 28mm lens, I think it's sharp enough for me to use. I'm gonna throw that little thing in my camera bag and carry it with me. There's a little water droplet there. Well, onto the 50mm. I'm gonna clean that 50mm up, and maybe I'll do a video on that one too. Well, talk to you later. Bye.